Welcome back, watch people. Now coming up in just a moment is a rather short video that I made whilst I was in central London yesterday. We woke up yesterday morning and Mrs. Thorpe said to me, right, let's get the Christmas shopping out of the way before lockdown. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go to Portsmouth or do you want to go into central London? Now it's a silly question, guys, because Mrs. Thorpe knows that if we go to Portsmouth, I'm stuck walking around the regular shops. If we go into central London, she can go off and do her own thing and I can go and do what us guys do best, go and look at watches. So I literally chose London. We jumped on the 1209 from Brighton into London Victoria. She went one way, I went the other, and I thought, right, let's make a video. Now that's going to be coming up, as I said, in just a couple of moments. Now it is actually quite short, and I'm going to do a completely separate video as to what happened to me yesterday in central London after I started to make the video. It was a very, very bizarre experience, one of the most bizarre and frankly quite disturbing experiences of my life, but it's a completely different subject. It's non-watch related, so I'll do that in a separate video. So for now, let's get into the video that I did make and I'll come back to you after that's finished. So I hope you can hear me. I'm in central London. I'm going to have a look around a few of the watch shops and see if anything, what's going on, see if there's any discounts available, and I'm going to let you know. I'm going to inquire. Obviously I won't be able to do any filming inside, but I'll tell you what they say. So I'm currently on Oxford Street, just about to enter Selfridges, and we'll see how it goes. So I'll let you know. I'm going to have a look round and we'll see what's going on. Before we get in, I'm just outside looking through into the watch area, and it is really, really quiet, dead quiet. And I'm suspecting that right now is the time that if there's any discounts going to be on offer, this will be it, but we'll see. Well, that was really interesting actually. I'm currently outside the Omega Boutique. I've been in Selfridges. That was bizarre. I had a good look round. It's quite empty actually, there's not a lot of people about. The security guards were so nice. I asked one of them politely if I could take some pictures, and he said, yeah, it's no problem as long as you don't film any person. So, you know, I don't mind you taking videos or pictures of watches. So I started, as you'll have obviously seen or will see in this video, and then within 10 seconds of me doing that, they came along and said, oh, you can't take pictures. So I went back to the security guard that said I could. They had a bit of an argument amongst themselves, and the decision was that I couldn't. And then blow me, 5 minutes later, they came back and said I could. But to be honest, I was past it by then. I really couldn't be bothered. Had a look at the AP concession, absolutely empty. They had 2 Royal Oak offshores, that's it pretty much. Everywhere was quiet, the salesman hanging around really just begging for a bit of business. I've got to be honest, the nicest watch that I saw in there today was probably the new Bulgari. I'm not even sure the name of the model, I'll pop it up on screen, but oh boy, I mean, I tried a couple on, they were absolutely cracking. Asked about a bit of discount if I potentially wanted to buy one. They said no to start, as they always do, but then got offered 10% and it was taking it from there really. But I didn't like it enough to actually buy one. But really interesting. I mean, fair dues to the security staff in Selfridges. They must get all sorts of problems in there, but they were really, really friendly, really nice guys. Even the one that come over and said, you know, you can't film, was very apologetic, and then he was the one that came back and said you can. So I'm not quite sure they know what they're up to, but they've got a lot of security to take care of in there, and they get a lot of bad guys hanging around, so I don't blame them for 1 second. Just had a look in the Tag Heuer boutique. Dead as a door now. Oxford Street itself is quiet. I thought it would be busy today. I'm up here with Mrs. Thorpe. She's doing a bit of Christmas shopping. I've let her loose with the debit card, so God knows what I'm going to find when she gets back. But we're trying to do a bit of Christmas shopping. We're locked down from Thursday, so what do? We got our grandchildren to buy for, but the boutiques, the watch boutiques, are quiet. And as I said, guys, in the video the other day, if you want to buy at the moment, these people are just desperate, I would say, for a bit of business, these stores. Right, let's see if I can find anything else worth looking at, and if there is, I'll be sure to let you know. Okay, gents, so that's actually as far as I got. Now, after I'd got that far making the video, I bumped into our old friend David Khalil from Watch Collectors in Oxford Street. I then went for a drink with his boss, and we had a few glasses of wine, and then I decided to carry on with my watch filming, at which stage something rather bizarre happened. And that I'll talk about that in the next video that I upload. But let's just go back to Selfridges and the watch stores that I visited yesterday in central London. Very quiet, guys, very, very quiet indeed. And here's a really interesting fact. Of all the watch brands in the entire Selfridges Wonder Room, I did not see one customer making one inquiry at any brand whatsoever, apart from a queue of people waiting to go inside. Yes, you guessed it, the Rolex Boutique. Wow. Now, I made a video a couple of days back saying that if you was going to buy a brand new watch from any brand apart from Rolex, perhaps, now would be the time to do it before lockdown. The dealers are going to want business before I have to lock down again. And boy, oh boy, yesterday, if I was looking to buy a watch from any of those authorised dealers in Selfridges, yesterday would have been the day for me. They were just standing around looking bored stiff, and I am absolutely sure that the vast majority of those brands would have been only happy to have served someone and probably wouldn't be turning down any sensible offers. Now, a little tip on that. If you speak to the regular sales guys behind the concession stands, normally their standard answer is, we can't offer you a discount. You've got to get past that salesman initial barrier. You have to get past him and to his boss to get the discounts. Their general instruction is no discount. So if you want to get that discount, don't accept the first answer that you get. Now, I just wanted to talk about one particular brand whose whose shop I found my way in yesterday, and that's Bulgari. Haven't really looked at Bulgari much lately. I do have, I think it's a B01 ring myself. Beautiful black ceramic and pink gold Bulgari ring that I absolutely love. It's a lovely piece of jewellery. And I went into the Bulgari concession yesterday, and I was looking at the range of Octo watches there, L'Original watch range, which is very attractive. I really like it. I'll pop a couple of pictures up on screen. But whilst I was there, I had a quick look at the new Finissimo, the Bulgari Octo Finissimo, and I was hugely impressed with this watch. Not overly expensive for what it is, a wafer thin watch, a wafer thin movement. Personally, I like big watches, big movements, but do you know what? I actually kind of half fell in love with this watch. Beautiful thing. I'm going to pop some pictures up, as I said, and this morning I did a quick bit of research before doing this video, and if you want to watch a really good review on the Bulgari Octo Finissimo, the channel to go and watch is Time and Tide Watches, and I'll leave a link to that gentleman's video in the video description below for you to go and have a look at. Honestly, guys, lovely watch. So what was my overriding impression of London yesterday? As I said, very quiet. The Omega boutique was empty. Watches of Switzerland was empty. The security card was on the door at Tag Heuer to stop people from leaving. It was generally really quiet as the UK once again sadly prepares for lockdown, I think. So I just want to make it clear, guys, I think if there are discounts to be had around at the moment, that's going to be with your local authorised dealer who may or may not still be open for business. I don't know what the situation is going to be online, for an example. But certainly brands outside of the, you know, the super duper brands, you know, your Pateks, your Audemars Piguet, your Rolexes, etc. I think every other watch brand, potentially, if you're buying from an authorized dealer, now is a very, very good time to try and get their best possible price. Right, guys, that's it. Please do watch my next video and find out why I actually found myself in quite a little bit of trouble in central London yesterday afternoon, and an incident that which completely and utterly spoilt my day, and actually ended up with me and Mrs. Thorpe coming home a lot earlier than planned. For now, thanks for watching. Speak again soon.